Okay. It is crypto faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless, guys. Back at it again. Go ahead, give me a like on the way in as usual. Let's get the algorithm going. Subscribe up the video. If you haven't subscribed, getting this alpha, getting these new narrative gems consistently on the channel. Now, today we have another X1, X, Zen, Sol Zen update, but specifically, we're going to be speaking about Zen memes on Solana, right? Which is becoming a thing, right? It's becoming a new thing. We got XENCAT, we got Zen Doge version 2, like the new Zen Doge, not the old Zen Doge. We're going to be speaking about that today. But first, let's get into the wider market because we got a lot going on in the wider market. It's kind of crazy what's going on. Of course, you guys know about the ETF or the Ethereum spot ETF. Um, the looming approval for the spot ETF. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be approved, but we got a lot of bullish news that it might be approved. Today is the day that we're supposed to get the answer of whether it's going to get approved or not. Today is Thursday. I'm recording this on Thursday, May 23rd, I believe. I'm not even sure. But if we talked about that in the last last video was about, we spoke a lot about the ETF and how Bloomberg came out saying that they increased their odds to 75% that it's going to be approved. Even Coinbase came out and said that they got 40% odds or whatever. So most likely it's going to be approved. But then after I made that video, it was just so much more bullish news about the Ethereum ETF. Just so much, like just to go over a few. We had reports that the SEC asked exchanges to update their filings, their 19B4 filings, to on an accelerated basis for the spot ETF. Basically saying, like we can accelerate the process. Just fix your file. Just update your application. We had Standard Charter, one of the biggest banks in the world, come out and say that they not only expect the Ethereum ETF to get accepted or approved, but they also predict 15 to 45 billion dollars of inflows in the first year. That's a lot. So they're expecting, Standard Charter is expecting to see something like what happened with Bitcoin. In Bitcoin, we had the crazy inflows, millions of dollars every single day after we had the approval. But really, the big show was before the approval. We talked about that in the last video. The anticipation leading up to the actual approval of the Bitcoin ETF was where we saw the biggest growth in the price of Bitcoin. We might could see that something like that happen here with the Ethereum ETF, right? We also got news that the Grayscale filing was updated. They updated their 19B for filing application, basically, at the request of the SEC, right? The SEC is just basically coming out and saying, hey guys, fix up your applications. We're going to accept it. You know what I'm saying? So we did get the reports from the SEC. They even reached out to exchanges and said, listen, we're leaning towards approving the the applications. Just fix it up, upgrade it, update it, make it look right, and we'll accept it. That's pretty much the lingo that we're pretty much getting from what's going on in the with the spot ETF. Then we have the VanEck news. The VanEck spot Ethereum ETF has been listed on the ticker symbol was listed on the DTCC. So basically, the ticker symbol, which is ETHV, was already listed on the DCC. So it's like it's already listed, which means what? It means that, like they're going to accept it or it's already been approved. They're already just showing us this thing has already been approved. You know what I mean? So what else? We got the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETPs. That's an exchange traded product, which is basically ETFs fall within ETPs. Anyway, it was approved to be listed on the London Stock Exchange, right? Proved to be listed on the London Stock. So much bullish news. This thing is pretty much gonna get passed today. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't even really matter, right? If it doesn't get passed today, it's gonna get passed later on in the cycle, probably around the August deadline. But really, it doesn't really matter. It's the lead up to the approval. It's the anticipation. That's the key. The anticipation. Remember when we started the channel back when Bitcoin was like 20K? What do we say? We said, guys, it's the anticipation leading up to this Bitcoin ETF approval that's going to push us up. And we went all the way to 60, 70K off the back of just the anticipation of the approval. And that's something that we might actually see this time around. Now, all this new good news comes in waves, right? Good news comes in waves. And I told you guys, the good news always comes in waves, but it comes like, post halving. I've been saying this on the channel, you know. Sorry, I had to change locations, man. My phone was overheating and it's so hot. Anyway, basically, yeah, I mean, I've been saying on the channel consistently that the anticipation leading up to the event is what pushes this price up, pushes everything up, makes everything go crazy. And that's pretty much what we're seeing right now with the price of Ethereum, and it's probably going to continue um, going forward. Now, here's the thing, all of this good news coming in waves post halving, which is what we always see. And there's a lot more good news than that, right? I just haven't made a video in a while, but you know what I'm saying? We got the Morgan Stanley, um, which is one of the biggest asset managers in the world. $8 trillion of assets are managed by Morgan Stanley. They came out and said they're holding Bitcoin. Bank of America, the biggest bank in America, or one of the biggest banks in America, came out saying that they disclosed their Bitcoin holdings. I think hundreds of other banks and institutions also disclosed that they have bought into the Bitcoin ETF. And we had MasterCard, JP Morgan, Visa, Citibank, and other big banks even came out and said they're testing shared ledger technology and tokenizing asset settlement. Basically, crypto settlement, you know what I'm saying? Most likely in CBDCs, but that's neither here nor there. But all of these things, right? All of these things are top signals, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. That's why I want to spend some time talking about this. I did make a top signal video a while back. Hope you guys watched it. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to link it in the description. So go check it out. During that video, I gave you like 20 some odd top signals, right? Top signals that you can actually, look out for. And that's what we're going to be doing. And that's what we're doing right now. You should actually have a notebook where you actually write down every top signal that you see. Okay. I told you guys everything that happens pre-halving is a catalyst. Like the good news that happens pre-halving is a catalyst. And then the bad news that happened, post-halving, or sorry, the good news that happens post-halving is not a catalyst, but rather a top signal. Okay. But there's not just one top signal. All right. This is the point I want to get clear, come across to you guys, is that it's not just one top signal. It's not just like, the Ethereum spot ETF gets approved. That's it. It's top of the market. No, there are many top signals that will eventually fall, but you have to be aware of it and you have to be contrarian, right? It's not bullish. It's actually bearish. It doesn't mean that it's a top signal. The top is in and sell too early. I don't want anybody selling too early, but you also have to, write it down. Every time a top signal falls, you write it down, because there's going to come a time in the market during the euphoric times when your portfolio goes up 2, 3, 4, 10x, and you've seen money that you've never seen in your life before. There's going to come a time when the crypto influencers are going to tell you that this time is different. This time we're going to have a super cycle. Trust me. They did it in the last cycle. It happens every cycle. So never think that this time is going to be different. That's the famous last words that get you wrecked, right? It's not going to be different. You need to be able to, recognize these top signals, all the stuff that I mentioned, all this ETF news, all of these big time banks and asset managers buying Bitcoin. Because at the end of the day, when things go euphoric and your bags are up like crazy and Bitcoin is up like crazy and Ethereum is up like crazy and everybody's made money, who is left to put money in this market? Right? When you have all the big time banks, all the big time asset managers, everybody has put money into the Bitcoin ETF and then into the spot Ethereum ETF as well when that eventually gets accepted, right? Approved. Who's left? Right? These markets don't go up forever. Like the only way the crypto markets, or any market to be honest, goes up is if people inject their money into the market. Now, if everybody's already bought in, who's left to push the market up? The answer is nobody. That's when the market goes down. That's when the market is going to fall. Okay. And you're going to be left with the bag. You don't want to be left holding the bag. That's the number one thing. You don't want to be left holding the bag. So how do you get around that? You have a notebook, you write down top signals, and then when the euphoria comes, you hold yourself to account. You say, listen, I am not gonna fall for the hysteria. I'm not gonna fall. I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not gonna believe what they're saying about super cycles, and then we're never gonna have a bear market ever again, and everything is just gonna be up, up, up forever because we're in this cycle where we have a Bitcoin ETF, we have an Ethereum ETF, we never had that before. Oh, what's gonna happen? Super cycle. That's what they're gonna be saying. You're gonna hold yourself to account because we are contrarian. We don't believe what the crowd believes. We are bullish when they are bearish, and we are bearish when they are bullish, right? So that's what I want to say about that. But let's get into Zen and Solana memes or Zen memes on Solana, right? We got XENCAT, and we have the other one, which is Zen Doge, right? Now the old Zen Doge, the new Zen Doge, right? So here's the thing: if you're an OG in this Zenian space, if you're OG Zenian day one, then you know the origins of the Zen community actually stems from degenning in meme coins. Believe it or not, believe it or not, the Zenians were OG meme coiners, man. If you go back over a year, we had memes like Zen Doge, the first Zen Doge, the one on ETH, right? Basically, the Zen community aped into Zen Doge. Like we burned like trillion Zen in amount of hours, minutes or hours, right? A trillion Zen, and that was when Zen was up like crazy. That was when Zen was worth a lot of money. Don't get it twisted. Go look at the chart a year ago. Zen was actually pretty high, right? So that was like kind of like the first meme for the Zen community, and everybody aped into that like crazy. And then the dev kind of just disappeared and didn't really promote it, and then kind of just got dropped, which is unfortunate. But because it's a Zen project and we had to burn Zen for the project, that means we're gonna get XN. So it's you kind of lost on the meme, but actually you're gonna get XN, which is kind of cool as well. And hopefully, Jack will consider. He did mention that he would possibly consider, those who burned Zen when Zen was very high. So timing when you burn Zen. So he did mention that in a live stream. Hopefully he does that. That would be nice and fair. But anyway, then after that we had Zenlon Mars. If you're OG Zenian or DB Zenian, that you know about Zenlon Mars, because that came out of the DB Zen community. If you were, I think you had to burn DB Zen, and then you got Zenlon Mars. Okay, but same thing. It didn't do that well in the end, right? But of course, Zen community project. So there's, I believe, yeah, you had to burn DB Zen. In order to get DB Zen, you had to burn Zen. So there's going to be an allocation in XN from that as well. So, you win some, you lose some, you win in different ways. And then we had ordinals, right? Jack came out back then a year ago when ordinals were invented as a new standard on Bitcoin. Jack came out with different ordinals. Buffy was one of them. That's kind of like a meme coin. Vampex or VMPX, that was a meme coin as well, even though it's going to have utility in the X1 ecosystem. And then there was another one as well. It's kind of explicit. The name was kind of explicit. I don't want to mention it. Trying to keep the channel family friendly. But yeah, we had the meme ordinals, right? So the Zen community, going back like to the early days and early stages, have always been about memes, really, to be honest. And we're seeing the community kind of go back towards that and return to their roots in a way, right? In a sense, so to speak, right? If you've been living under a rock, you don't know, Solana is the meme coin central. All right, Solana is meme coin central, and since Sol Zen is now a thing, and Zenians are playing on Solana, naturally, the more you play on Solana, the more you become a degen meme coin investor, right? The best kind of investor, the degen meme coin investor. So people are starting to get involved in Solana meme coins, and I told you guys I've already been delving and dabbling in the Solana meme coins. I got into Palm Coin. I told you guys a month back, and I forgot about the wallet. I just left the wallet, and then it literally went 10x. And basically, I was like, man, it kind of gave me the little degen bug. Even though I really already had the meme coin bug. We were in Osaka. We'd been killing it with Osaka. We dibbled and dabbled with meme coins on Pulse Chain as well. Most of them were duds, but we had PDI. PDI is great. Great narrative. The first future stablecoin. This is a crazy narrative. The first future PDI is the first future stable coin. All right, it's going to be a dollar basically. It's going to a dollar. Anyway, yeah. So we've been dibbling and dabbling in the meme coins for quite some time, but over the past 2 weeks, I have been doing the using this site called Pump.fun. Right, so just playing around with Solana memes. Pump.fun is a site that allows you to get into meme coins super duper early, like crazy early, like ridiculously early. Like when it's still like a 5K market cap, when it's like a $10,000 market thousand. I'm not talking about million. $10,000 market cap, $20,000 market cap. It's crazy. You're like it's like basically getting in like during the seed round phase, like when the VCs usually get into coins and they get these like kind of like private rounds before the public sale, right? It's kind of like that, right? It is kind of like that. So we are getting, it's a pre-dex as well. So if you're getting into basically a coin on pump.fun, it's pre-dex. It's not even on a decentralized exchange yet. So it's kind of like I said, like a pre-round, pre-sale type of thing. And it's really nice actually. It has its own user interface where it has this own kind of like dex built in the website, which is really good, and it works like like Raydium, which is the one of the main dexes on Solana. It doesn't always work, man. It doesn't always work. Like a lot of the transactions fail a lot, right? So but the good thing about their user interface, like their little dex on their website, it just works every time. I don't know how they do it, but it works every single time. If you want to buy or sell, it just works every single time. But the thing is, it's low liquidity. These are very, very small liquidity things. So you have to understand that there's gonna be a lot of rugs as well. But you also have to understand that mainly, you got to understand that this is a small buys, $5, $10, $20, $30. Like not you don't bet the farm on these type of things, right? So I've been playing on it for the past 2 weeks. Getting a little double up here, triple up, and then sell, going to the next one, dibbling and dabbling, and also losing as well because these are memes, right? These things rug all the time, right? So anyway, so be careful if you're going to play in that. But anyway, so when I saw that the Zen community members have started to bring in Zen memes to pump.fun, I was like, what? Man, like of course I have to get involved, right? So the first one that the Zen community came up with was XENCAT, right? XENCAT. Jack even tweeted about it or posted about it the other day, and or just yesterday, right? And it just flew, right? So it's not even actually on pump.fun anymore. So the way that pump.fun works is that basically once it gets to about a $70,000 market cap, basically the dev takes that money and it opens up a liquidity pair on Raydium. Raydium is the dex for Solana, right? One of the main dexes for Solana, right? So once Jack posted that tweet, you know what I'm saying, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It was off of pump.fun and it went on Raydium, and it shot up to like ridiculous, like 600,000, which is super duper tiny. Still tiny anyway in the grand scheme of things, right? Because when you think about it, like when we talk about memes, when people say, "Oh, I got into a meme early," they're usually saying, "Oh, I got it at 1 million or under 1 million," right? Not at 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 or 30, 40,000. Like that's like rare that you get into a meme that early and then it actually ends up going up high and doing well. That's rare, right? So that's the type of thing that you can catch with on pump.fun, right? So anyway, Jack posted about it, XENCAT. Cat memes are all kind of like the rave right now. If you go on pump.fun, you're going to see nothing but cat memes galore all day long, cat memes, right? So the famous cat meme from Solana, they put Zen in front of it, XENCAT. Anyway, yeah, so XENCAT, man, the thing went up crazy, man. Went up to like 600K, which is still low to be honest. And then it went down. I think it's right now sitting at like 285K market cap. It's off of pump.fun. It's on Raydium now. Okay, so the way it works, like I said, once it reaches a certain market cap, they open up a liquidity pool on the deck. So it's pre-dex, but not anymore, right? But the one that is still pre-dex is the other one, which is called Zen Doge, right? Zen Doge, the return of Zen Doge. This is not the old Zen Doge from last year, the one on Ethereum. This is a brand new one, new dev, new contract, new coin. Everything is all new. and it's actually not even based off of Jack's dog. So the original Doge was based off of Jack's dog, and he would post about that and everything like that. But this one's actually the Zen version of dog with hat. Dog with hat is the meme coin that went up crazy this cycle. It's a little picture of a dog with a little beanie hat, and yeah, it's same thing. They took the same picture of the dog with the beanie hat, but they made it a black hat this time with Zen Crypto written on it. Okay, so what that means is basically, it's the Zen version of dog with hat, right? So we've seen what happened with dog with hat. You never know, same thing could happen again. Anyway, the thing about these memes on, Zen memes in general. So, okay, let's talk about memes in general. Memes in general usually have to build up a community from scratch. They usually don't have people to buy in, and they have to build that up through branding, through promoting and things like that. But when it comes to Zen memes, it's kind of special because we already got a community. We already got like a big following of people that are into Zen that we've built up for the past year and a half, and that's why you're seeing these coins pop off, these little meme coins pop off like that, because there's already a community back in anything that has to do with Zen, and people want to play around in memes, man. So at the end of the day, Zen Doge is a nice one. It's still on pump.fun, which means it's still pre-dex. It's still kind of in the pre-sale phase, right? It's I posted about it on X, on Twitter. That's why you got to follow me on Twitter. That's why I upload everything there first, quicker than anywhere else, right? I posted it when it was at a 9K, $9,000 market cap, super tiny. It's still super tiny. It's at 15K right now, right? It's still super duper tiny. So, anyway, what was I gonna say? It did go up to 20K, right? I remember it went up to 20K, so that was a double. And now it's down to a 15. So you're still almost double anyway if you got in. If you're following me on X at Calico Zone 6, link in the description as usual, man. So what I want to say is this, man. We're going back to our roots as a community, so to say, in the meme coin kind of realm. And what it's telling me is this: X1 is going to be a meme chain, right? X1 is going to be a meme coin chain, because I see the way that the Zenians are, you know, building memes on Solana. You know what I'm saying? There's been a few ones. I think there was like one they made the other day called Zen Dad in the Telegram. People were talking about it, so which is based around Jack as the Zen Dad. So I mean, there's a lot of memes coming out and around Zen. It's fun, something to play around with, but it shows the meme coin spirit in the Zen community. And when X1 comes out, I think it's going to be a meme chain. I've been saying that for months at this point. As soon as we came out with, well, actually before Jack actually announced that the first coin on X1 is going to be a meme coin. It's going to be the X Hex. For anybody who held Hex at some point in the past, whether it was Post Train Hex or Ethereum Hex, you're going to get an allocation in X Hex, which is Hex on Zen, or actually Hex on X1. Right, it gets confusing. Anyway, so yeah, I've been, even before that I was saying it, and that was kind of my confirmation that the first meme, the first coin on X1 is going to be a meme. It's going to be a meme chain. Now we have Zen community members aping into memes, Zen memes on Solana. Yeah, X1 when it comes out is going to be the new meme chain, which is going to be crazy because the new meme chain is going to be all the rage, because this whole cycle is all about meme coins. If your coin is the meme coin chain like Solana has been for this whole cycle, then it's gonna get a lot of hype. The wave is gonna come towards your community, the Zen community, and that's what we want, because one of the main ways to get into X1 is to buy and burn Zen. That's why I think that Zen's gonna go 1,000x, guys. I've been saying it forever, but prove me wrong in the comment section, guys. But listen, devs out there, when X1 comes out, you got to build something like pump.fun. You got to. It's super like amazing that you can get into a coin, a meme coin at that, at the lowest pre-sale type of stage. That is big. That is big. That's going to bring, the Solana degen type of crowd to X1. So we need our own version of pump.fun. Devs out there, make sure it happens, for X1 when it comes out. Anyway, Zen's gonna go up because of all of this. That's the key, man. That's the key, man. The key is Zen is gonna go up because of all of this. Anyway, it is crypto faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless. I'm out.